Joining me right now is Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator, congratulations on your fourth term.
Thank you.
Good morning to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to talk to you about the balance of the Senate in a moment. But first, let me get your reaction to the media declaring Joe Biden the 46th president, and tell us about the evidence that you have of dead people voting in this past election.
Well, number one, this is a contested election. The media doesn't decide who becomes president. If they did, you would never have a Republican president forever. So we're discounting them. So what happened? The Trump team has canvassed all early voters and absentee mail-in ballots in Pennsylvania, and they found over 100 people they think were dead, but 15 people that we verified to have been dead who voted. But here's the one that gets me. 6 people registered after they died and voted. In Pennsylvania, I guess you're never out of it. If Republicans don't challenge and change the U.S. election system, there'll never be another Republican president elected again. President Trump should not concede. We're down to less 10,000 votes in Georgia. He's going to win North Carolina. We've gone from 93,000 votes to less than 20,000 votes in Arizona, or more votes to be counted. There are allegations of system failure, fraud. John James, do not concede. These computers in Michigan do not pass the smell test. Keep fighting for every legal and live vote.
Well, Senator, you were briefed by the campaign yesterday, and one thing that we spoke about over the phone this weekend was this postal worker who has a sworn affidavit saying that supervisors were backdating ballots. What can you tell us about that?
Right. The FBI is investigating it along with the postal inspector, and our committee will be talking to this gentleman. I don't know where that goes, but I do know that we have evidence of 6 people in Pennsylvania registering after they died and voting after they died, and we haven't looked at the entire system. So to my Republican colleagues out there, we have to fight back or we will accept our fate. I want Pennsylvania to explain to the American people how 6 people after they die can register and vote in Pennsylvania. I want the computer systems in Michigan that flip votes from Republicans to Democrats to be looked at, and the software was used all over the country. There's a lot of shenanigans going on here. If I were President Trump, I would take all this to court. I'd fight back, and from a Republican point of view, mail-in balloting is a nightmare for us. The post office is now the new election center. It's the wild, wild west when it comes to mail-in balloting. Everything we worried about has come true. So if we don't fight back in 2020, we're never going to win again presidentially. A lot's at stake here.
Senator, you sent a letter to Attorney General Bill Barr and Director Wray saying that your office has received the affidavit from Richard Hopkins, the postal worker in Erie, Pennsylvania. What are you going to do with this evidence? What are you expecting the DOJ to do?
Well, they already talked to him. I know that, and we'll try to interview the gentleman. That's an allegation. We'll see if it withstands scrutiny. I know we got evidence of dead people voting in Pennsylvania. I know we have evidence of computers flipping Republican votes to Democratic votes. There's a lot of things being alleged out there that need to be looked at. The media could give a damn how Trump loses as long as he loses. They've declared Biden the winner. They'll never take any of this stuff seriously. They've just shut out all crossfire hurricane oversight. The bottom line is we can't let the media run America. We have to fight back. We have to go to court. We have to hold the people's feet to the fire in these states. And statistically, Biden got more votes than Obama in a few areas of the country, and only in a few areas. How could that be? Why did he get more votes than Obama in areas that mattered, that decided the election, and not other parts of the country? There's so much to be looked at, and I'm hell-bent on looking at it. Do not accept the media's declaration of Biden. Fight back.
Well, you know, you make a good point, because you could look at that, the fact that he got more votes than President Obama. You could also look at the fact that you did so well. Your opponent raised $57 million in the third quarter alone, shattering Senate records. Voters voted you to a re-election term. And the same that we just heard with Kevin McCarthy. It's odd to me that that would happen and President Trump still loses. Tell me about the Georgia runoffs in January. This is critical in terms of whether or not if Joe Biden is the president, he will be able to get through some of those progressive policies that many people are afraid of, like big spending programs and big tax increases.
Well, the most valuable player for the congressional races in 2020 is Donald Trump. The campaign that President Trump ran, all these rallies, getting Barrett on the court, energized Republicans and House members. We picked up seats in the House. How can you pick up seats in the House and hold the Senate and Trump lose? So I can tell you right now, President Trump helped me in South Carolina. He helped Tillis. He helped us all. So the bottom line is House Republicans have increased their majority. They can slow down the radical agenda coming out of the House, but Senate Republicans can kill it and stop it. If we pick up these 2 Republican seats in Georgia, we have the ability to stop the most radical agenda in the history of the United States. Kevin McCarthy can slow it down. Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham and others can stop it only if we win Georgia. We have to win these 2 seats in Georgia. I'm confident that we will. To the people of Georgia, the future of America is in your hands. Do you want a socialized America? If you don't, speak up and support our Republican candidates. Checks and balances are needed now more than ever.
We only have a couple of seconds here. So are you committing right here, right now, that you will stop any progressive plans that come to you? You will vote no to $4.3 trillion in tax increases. You will vote no to the Green New Deal. Is that what you're committing to right here?
You can take it to the bank. I ran on it. I won overwhelmingly, being a impediment, a block to the most radical domestic agenda in the history of the country. We will kill it dead in the Senate if you give us the majority. We will work with Biden if he wins, but Trump has not lost. Do not concede, Mr. President. Fight hard.
Okay, Senator, great to see you this morning. Thank you so much. We're going to